Leap 4, an evaluation of the program Animation Nation, presented by Bill Lancellotta and Britta Obertello, LSC 597, Library Film Education.
Animation Nation was a claymation workshop presented at the Westerly Public Library on April 22, 2016. The event grew out of classwork for LSC 597, Library Film Education. This program was a final project in which students would design, implement, and evaluate an original film program at a local library. Team BB was inspired by animated films presented at 3 of the festival's events: Magic Carpet Ride, Cinema Detectives, and Pitch It. The 2 classmates decided to combine their efforts in the development of a new animation workshop program. Utilizing the Basecamp 2 project management tool, the students of LSC 597 were able to brainstorm ideas for various library film programs. This is where the majority of the planning for the program occurred, with an ongoing discussion between the team members, Dr. Hobbs, and the PCFF president, Anissa Roof. The team approached Crystal Laharty and Helen Muchetti of the Westerly Public Library. Both librarians were immediately enthusiastic about the project. They expressed to the team a need for tween programming, and it was decided that the workshop would be for ages 8 to 12.
The first marketing strategy was to utilize web communication platforms that the Westerly Public Library uses to promote their own events. These platforms included placement of the workshop on the library's monthly calendar of events, a post on the library's Facebook page, and email blasts. The second strategy was to conduct outreach efforts to the Westerly School District. An additional marketing method was to distribute event flyers throughout Westerly and neighboring towns, focusing on the schools in the busy downtown area.
The day before the event was used to set the room for a claymation workshop. Chairs were removed and repositioned, tables were set up for the clay and other materials, and the pre-made backdrops were set up in a corner of the room. There was a technical rehearsal. The camera and lighting systems were checked, as was the projector and audio systems. There was still much to do on the day of the workshop. The team put programs on the seats, set up an area for the adults to sign image waivers, finished last-minute touch-ups on the backdrops, made popcorn, and set up an area for drinks. Around 9:40, the first attendees started to arrive.
The films that were shown were Much Better Now, Rosso Papavero, The Present, Western Spaghetti, and Crankballs. Much Better Now was chosen because of its inspiring and uplifting mood that continually builds from beginning to end. Rosso Papavero is somewhat darker and incites quite opposite feelings than Much Better Now does, but both were chosen to highlight the spectrum of mood in film. The Present was selected because of the surprise plot twist at the end. Western Spaghetti displayed very unique animation by using household items to make a delightful spaghetti dinner. Crankballs featured simpler characters made of clay and was hoped to inspire the children's ideas for their own figures.
The program kicked off with a screening of the 5 short animated films. The audience was very attentive, and the films appeared to be well received, with the kids laughing at the humorous parts, especially Western Spaghetti, and responding to the big reveal in The Present. The attendees were given modeling clay to work with, given brief instruction on how to best manipulate the clay, shown the various arts and crafts supplies they could use, and they were encouraged to use their imaginations in the creation of their own claymation character. The program culminated in a segment where the kids were shown how to turn the dozens of still images into a moving video. The images were imported into a laptop computer, and the kids were shown that, by loading the pictures into a simple program, they could make their own stop-motion animation film. Within minutes, the movies made from the day's workshop were up on the screen for the kids to see.
Child interviews were used as one method of evaluation. Questions on the interviews asked if the children enjoyed the event, what their favorite part was, if they would come back, and if they were interested in learning more about animation. The results were overwhelmingly positive. Parent interviews were also used for an evaluation method. Questions asked included how they had heard about the event, what they felt was the best method for informing them of future events, if their child seemed to enjoy the event, what seemed to be their child's favorite part, what they personally enjoyed most from the workshop, if they would come back if the event was held again, and if they had any suggestions for improvement. There are certain ideas to keep in mind for those who wish to implement similar film programs. It may be best to divide attendees into groups so that the films being created will have a more focused and concise direction and vision. It is also advised that the use of storyboards be eagerly encouraged. Storyboards will create a more structured plot. To prevent time issues, it's advised the animation workshops are at least 2 hours long and, if possible, planned to be held in a series spanning several weeks. Lastly, allowing and encouraging children to bring various technologies from home that could be used in the animating process is also suggested. This will allow for children to be involved with every part of the filmmaking process.
Animation Nation has been a valuable learning experience. A sure sign of the program's success was the request by the Westerly Public Library to expand the program into a 4-week series this summer. Thanks to this opportunity, the team looks forward to addressing some of the flaws in the program and making it into an even better event that will be enjoyed by the community's children, while inspiring them to reach new heights of creativity.